Good morning, peasants. Today is a bit of a shorter one. The longer I live, the more I start to see everything extraordinary becomes ordinary. Our parents, who we once considered omnipotent and all knowing as children, turn out to be flawed, regular people. The best meal you've ever had becomes just another meal the more you have it. The high from every achievement and goal we reach can wear off after a few days, a few hours, sometimes even a few seconds. And when it comes to ourselves, we could become the person we always dreamed of becoming and get everything we wanted and still feel like we aren't enough. There may be exceptions to these, of course, but generally speaking, we become accustomed to every extraordinary thing we experience. And just like that, they become ordinary. And every pleasure we derive from something will diminish after the fact. And there's a psychological phenomenon for this called hedonic adaptation. Hedonic adaptation shows us that we all have a tendency to quickly return to a baseline level of happiness after any induced emotional change. When something good or extraordinary happens, like winning the lottery or getting a promotion or getting something you've wanted for a very long time, we experience a surge of happiness and it feels great. There's an emotional change in us. But over time, we adjust to these changes and the initial emotional impact fades. We become habituated to new circumstances. What was once special turns into the default. In other words, we take it for granted. It is human nature to take things for granted because everything fades into the background in the human mind. Everything extraordinary will become ordinary. And so this will happen with virtually everything if you let it. Cognitively speaking, it is more efficient for the extraordinary to become ordinary because it's less processing, less mental energy, and it allows us to focus on the next thing. And so, of course, we go searching for the next extraordinary thing to recapture that initial feeling. And soon enough, the next extraordinary thing becomes ordinary, and you go on to search for another, and the cycle continues. But the problem is, we aren't happy, or at least, we aren't as happy as we could be. And by taking all of these for granted, we end up missing out on what we already have. We end up missing out on the life that we're already living, and we come to regret it. This is evident when we lose what we have. It has been said, right, that we only recognize the true value of something once we lose it. And this is most pronounced in the case of losing someone you love. It may be a family member that you didn't mind much around the house. But once you lose them, you realize how much you actually cared about them, how much you loved them, how much more you'd want to tell them, how much more time you'd want to spend with them, how you would kill to experience the things about them that once annoyed you just one more time. Let's say you have a house, right? If you went homeless now and it was raining hard outside and you're drenched as hell, in that moment, having a bed to sleep on with a roof on top of you would be the best thing ever. And yet, that's something that a lot of us have the privilege of mindlessly experiencing day and night. Point is, when we lose something, we miss it. We realize how much it actually meant to us, but Wouldn't it be sad if we only realized how good something or someone was for us after they've passed? Wouldn't it be sad if we only realized how good we actually had it once life was over? It would be sad. And so I just want to give a reminder that yes, it is cliche to appreciate and be grateful for all the ordinary things, for the mundane, for everything that we have. And everyone says that because it's important. Because everything that is ordinary now was once extraordinary. Everything that is mundane now was once magical. And we have the ability to see this magic by being grateful, by being mindful of savoring what we have, savoring this very moment, and recognizing that everything is important, and once something has passed, a lot of the time you can't really get it back. And so remember, always have the awareness that because of our hedonic adaptation, your mind is always downplaying every single thing in your life. Quite literally, your life is so much better than it seems. And there are two ways to find that out. Like I said, you could lose what you already have and end up regretting on missing out on what you had, not making the most of it, not being grateful for it. Or you could rediscover the extraordinary in the present ordinary. You choose. It's your life. I just want to give that reminder. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good morning.